friends, today I'm coming on to create some more Christmas embellishments. So I am using my little ornament die cuts that I created with my Cricut, and then I'm just layering on some different elements from my stash. So I have these two done. Now these are flimsy ornaments. I didn't make them thick or back them up or anything like that, because I knew that I would be adding these to something else like bag toppers or a card or something like that. So I've used this ribbon that I picked up from a local kind of reuse store in my area. So I love the I love that it's sparkly and it kind of reminds me of lace. So I layered that into the back, some more paper strips that I've sewn, and then just some various items from my stash. So I have a bunch of these wooden snowflakes from Amazon that I want to use up. I had a couple of these little shaker stickers. I cannot remember what collection this came from. Maybe like Snowflake or something. My little Christmas trees that I die cut, some flowers, some little chipboard phrases. So we're going to make two together. We're going to make one of each of these styles. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your die cuts and then whatever you want to decorate your ornament with. I'm using my foam tape. I have my sequins trim from Hobby Lobby, my AdTech glue runner, my cornstarch, my non-stick titanium Westcott scissors, my glue gun, and then I also have my little gem tool, and then we'll need some gems for our flowers. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this one, I'm going to use another one of these trees, but I think I'm going to do something a little different. So what I did first is just add a little bit of my AdTech down to hold this in place. And as you can see, I very wonky stitched the ornaments. I'm not very good about stitching circles. So we're going to lay this down first, and then we're going to grab our ruffle, and I want to pop that up. Because I want to give these embellishments some dimension. Now these aren't as chunky as some of my embellishments have been, but I still like adding layers and some chunkiness. So we're going to lay this down next. And then I'm going to grab one of the snowflakes, and we're going to add that down. And let's grab one of the trees. Okay, so let's put the snowflake down first. And now this snowflake is going to be a little bit harder because it has all these little intricate things. So I'm just going to do my best to put some glue on that and then add that down to the side. And then I'm going to pop up my tree here. And this is over farther than normal, but that's okay because I'm going to cover this up. So let's just do one foam tape for our tree. Let's add our tree. And then I think for this one, I'm going to add one of these little gingies from Hobby Lobby. And since this is wood, I'm not sure if I want to add a wood one on. Actually, I think that would be really cute. Now, this is sticky on the back. As you can see, this part is sticky, but I want to make this unsticky so that I can pop him up. So I'm going to add a little bit of my cornstarch down. And then I'm going to brush the cornstarch off using my little paintbrush here over the trash can. And that just helps our Gingy to not be sticky anymore. And then I think I'm going to pop him up. So I'm going to cut a piece of my foam tape. And since he has cornstarch on him, I'm definitely going to add a little bit of glue on the back to hold my foam tape. And I think we're just going to pop him up once. And then we will add the Gingy here. So we have a little bit of the snowflake peeking out from behind. We still have the tree. Now, I think it's going to be too big to add one of these large ones. So let's see what we have that's maybe a smaller one. We have this Hello December. It's a Wonderful Life. Covers up our little Gingy somewhat. I'm grabbing my ephemera from Sprinkle a Cheer from Rosie Studios because we do have some paper ones that I could add in here. Kind of want it to be straighter. What's this pink one say? I'm kind of liking this one, All is Bright, even though it blends in a little bit. And then we're going to pop this one end up. But I'm going to wrap it with some of this trim from Hobby Lobby. I'm liking that texture, the texture look. So to start off, I'm going to add a little bit of my Ad Tech, and then we're just going to wrap this. And then when we get to the end here, add a little bit of glue and then trim this. All right, now we're going to want to pop up this end here. And I think we might need 2 to pop this up. So let me trim another one. Add a little bit of glue, and then we'll pop this down right here, and then we'll have a cute sentiment. And then if you watch the video where I created the rosettes, I added these little stars. But for this one, I don't think I'm going to add the stars. I think I want to do something different. Now we do have some more room in here that we could add something to. I do have a bow, but it's a fairly large bow. And then I have these gingham bows, but I don't think the bow looks good. So I think I'm going to leave this just like it is, and then if I want to add on to it later, I can. All right, let's quickly make the other one. I'm just going to repeat the process with adding my layers down first. And then I'm going to add another snowflake. And then we're going to add one of these shaker stickers. And because this is sticky, I'm going to repeat the process like I did for the Gingy. And I'm going to kind of knock this stickiness off so I can add some foam tape down. All right, and then let's pop this up. And then we'll add those flowers. And I'll show you how I added the flowers down. Yeah, I think one is good. All right, so let's add this here. I could have probably actually done 2. Let's see. I did do 2 on the other one. Let me see if I can peel that off and add another one down really quick. All right, there we go. That is better. Now, I took a poinsettia. Now, this snowflake is a lot larger, so this poinsettia is going to cover that snowflake up. So actually, I might take these ones that were handmade, but these guys right here are these little flowers you can get at Hobby Lobby. And all I did was take off the little ball in the center. And for these, I stacked 3 together, but I am running out of those. So all you need to do is add your flowers together. And then I took one of these gold gems and put in the center. And then you made yourself a flower. But let's pull these out and see. We could add in one of those, and we could repeat the process of adding the 3 flowers on there with that. So maybe repeat this with this. I'm just going to pull these little balls off. And just be careful because these flowers will rip really easy doing this. Some of them come off really easy and some of them take a little bit more to get them off. Add a little bit of glue and put your flowers together. There we go. All right, let's start by gluing this down. And this has a little bit of glue, like to put the flower together already. So I'm just going to glue on top of that. And we're going to put that in the center. And I cannot remember who I got those flowers from. Maybe the Happy Crafter Shop. Or they were gifted to me in a swap. I do not remember. All right, we're just going to add the flowers around. And this one is done. So super cute way of using some of those little items in your stash that you want to use up, those stickers, little wood veneer pieces, florals, and things like that. So we are done. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by and creating these little ornament embellishments with me. I hope you all have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye.